Oh, yeah.
Times are a-changing, but some things stay the same. You start each morning with a cup of coffee every day. Maybe hit the snooze, turn on the local news, but nothing good comes from a one-sided point of view. Marijuana for dummies. Come for the info, stay for the reefer. Marijuana for dummies. Come for the info and stay for the reefer.
That's right. Welcome to Marijuana for Dummies, the show that resists the miseducation of marijuana. And as I often do, I like to start out the show with a little bit of weed porn. Let me show you what I'm smoking on this morning. Right, just to make those of you in those backwards ass states where you can't get marijuana have to deal with this wonderful buds. I'm still smoking gelato. In fact, what happened was I went to the dispensary and re-upped and got gelato because, as it turns out, not just me, but my friends also, a bunch of us are going like, the weed is too damn strong. Yesterday they visited us, me, a couple of my buddies who smoke, and because the games were on, we shared an indica, Venom OG. Man, I looked over there and we were staring off into space. Everybody was like, the weed is too strong a lot of times, and the indicas today often are so hard-hitting on you physically that you're so stoned that you just nod out. I've told a bunch of people with today's indica, if you get up and smoke an indica in the morning, you may just be going back to bed. Okay? So I'm smoking a sativa gelato this morning, and notice the difference in terms of my alertness, those kinds of things. On the days that I have an indica here, I'll tell you, and you can make your own judgment as to how much it seems to be affecting me physically. But there is certainly more of an effect physically between sativas and indicas, even though they still, as of yet, haven't found a scientific way to determine the differences. But let's go on. As it turns out, the biggest news story, and we love to bring you the politics and the business of marijuana, is that California is actually increasing their business tax rates on legal marijuana, and the companies that are out there are stunned. Yes, because they wanted California to do just the opposite. I don't have the paper here in front of me, but I told you before I bought like $200 some worth of weed, like $250 worth of marijuana products from a licensed distributor who delivered, and they charged me almost $80 in tax.
Wow. Delivery fee, right?
No, that was just tax, not delivery fees.
No, I'm just giving
state fees.
Right.
Okay, check it out. Listen, according to what they were pointing out in this article that I'm reading from the AP, marijuana taxes can approach 50% in some communities.
Unregulated, right?
Well, that's what regulation brings us. Regulation brings you marijuana tax, which boosts the cost 50%. So guess what? In California's tax-free illegal market, the black market, it's thriving. And industry estimates are now that $3 are spent in the illegal market for every dollar spent in the legal market. I went on record as saying I think the future of marijuana is in black market marijuana.
Wasn't it always kind of black market anyway?
Exactly.
Right.
So your regulations haven't helped us.
Right.
You say you're protecting us from bad products. The only thing that made the products bad before was you poisoning the products. That's what made marijuana bad, was the U.S. government policy of poisoning marijuana. When they stopped doing that, we didn't have any marijuana poisoning, okay? So you haven't helped us with that. Now you come in with these taxes. You have a business where, once again, you made it so people of color nowhere represented. in the industry capitalizing in a way on the same laws that once held black people and other people of color as hostages. Now they're capitalizing. Okay? And so where is the justice in this? Well, I've said, and I continue, marijuana is now legal for you to possess and to grow. You're going to see people growing marijuana in their own little farms. All around your neighborhood, people are going to be growing marijuana. And they're going to use that as part of a trade and commerce, a barter system, as it were, and very much in a historical way, where people are going to be bargaining and trading marijuana amongst others in the community in a really beautiful, kind of a supportive, holistic way. That's the way I see it. And you'll be able to go and be able to help people out. They'll be selling a little weed to help pay their rent, pay for Auntie M, or for Grandma's therapies.
Wait a minute. You said Auntie M?
That's right. I watched The Wizard of Oz. You got to take care of Auntie M.
Okay.
What's the matter? You, Auntie M?
No, man, I didn't know you can go that far back.
Let's go back. She needs to be cared for.
And I'm not sure if they still know who that is.
No, you got to watch what I say. Saturday Night Live
Right.
will help you. So anyway, the point being, let's see what happens with this. I'm really watching what's happening closely to see if this is happening. I don't buy my weed at licensed place. For one, all the places I go, which tend to be in the hood, say that the city hasn't even gotten to them yet.
Wow.
And remember, L.A. has revamped the process for the 5th time
Right.
just recently.
Right. Wow.
Yeah. All right. Okay. Well, what can I say?
Times are a-changing, but some things stay the same. You start each morning with a cup of coffee every